Pete here, and I'm back for another Fun Bridge tournament, but today I've got a bit of a story to tell as well, because I almost got arrested today. I received a phone call, and it said it was from the Australian Taxation Office, the ATO, and that I had an arrest warrant out for me. And I was like, today of all days, literally the day before I'm going to China for the World Championships, there is an arrest warrant out for me for seriously, what was it? Like trying to evade taxes. Anyway, the way it went was, so in first place is Gomer Pyle, second place Mark 21, only two to crack above 70%, but Gomer Pyle smashed it with 79%. Third place Must Beat Pete set a fantastic score, 69%. And we'll just have a quick scan through. Anyway, so this... I had to confirm who I was, and then they also wanted me to confirm my accountant's details. Just who their name is, just before they proceeded going forward with this. And it was at this stage that my heart started racing. I'm going, why? What's this happening? So anyway, they then said, all right, we're going to call your accountant just to check if they know what's going on. Because for me, this was the first time that I'd actually heard anything about this. And supposedly it was my final warning. And to me, that might not, I wasn't that surprised. Maybe I'd missed calls. Maybe I just hadn't received a letter telling me this, but I was like, I just don't know what's actually going on here. Anyway, I then received a phone call from my accountant, and pass 1 heart, 2 hearts, pass 4 hearts. So here my choices are maybe a diamond, a heart, or a spade. Heart I would lead if I wanted to try and cut down on roughs, or if I wanted to be passive. A diamond lead, I don't really want to lead away from the king. I don't want to lead away from the ace. The jack of spades is kind of scary to lead away from, so for me it's between a heart or a spade. But the 10 of hearts can really be a card that can blow a trick. So I will lead a spade. So spade to the queen and ace. Dummy's got a 2, 4, 5, 2, 5 count. Ace, king of spades with East. I've got at least a 9 card heart fit. Looks like East probably has a stiff diamond. So just play low. Just ace, king of spades, and then they didn't rough one. So maybe, I don't think it's ace, king, doubleton. That would give my partner 6 spades. But that is within reason, because my partner's spades would be so bad. Well, wait, they had queen to 6, so that queen of hearts held a trick. Okay, so I got ace, king, queen to 5, ace, king of spades. Okay, they ducked a club. The diamond's really not going anywhere, so I'll just return another one. Another club. Okay, so they got a stiff diamond. We might get the... okay, that's our only diamond. Yeah, okay. And they can cross-ruff the rest of the hand, not that they need to. So, anyway, it was at this stage I received a phone call from my accountant. 38%. Lots of people beat this. There is they rough 1 spade. They need to trump 1 spade. They lose 2 clubs. So if you lead a diamond, your partner switches a spade and they lead a club to the queen. And then they play a club to... Wow, okay, so they just completely mispicked the club suit. And now they needed an extra rough. I wasn't a fan of leading away from the king of diamonds there, but 40 people got, I guess, chose to. Someone got to 5 hearts doubled. 2 spades by North. 3 hearts. Maybe that's spades and a minor. And then they smacked it up. Okay. Yeah, alright. So 38% seemed like a normalish start, but moving on to board number 2. So this was the weird part. I then got a call from my accountant's number, and they said they'd just received the call from the ATO, and when looking into it, they realised that they'd made a mistake on their end, and that it wasn't my fault, but theirs. But there was an outstanding amount for $12,000. I was like, ouch, that is painful. So I was like, okay, well, what do? I really don't like, today of all days, I do not want to get arrested. Not that any day is a good day for being arrested. And they said, we can resolve it, but the best way is to actually, for moving forward, is to try and pay for it. But if you don't want anything on your record, it's best to do it confidentially, because otherwise there'll be something that goes on your record saying that you were charged with this tax evasion. But because it's our fault, they might be able to do it as confidentially if you request it. So anyway, going forward, we requested that. They gave me like a few different ways that I could... so they suggested a few different ways that I could potentially pay for it. That looks like there's a Ace King Queen type diamond there, because low diamond to the 8. Why would my partner stick the 8 in from like Queen 8, King 8? So Ace King Queen of diamonds, probably the King of clubs. Alright, so I'm going to win this, and we're going to switch to spades straight away. Okay. Looks like they've probably got the rest of the tricks here. I need my partner to have the top heart. So if that's the case, I'm just going to ditch my hearts, hold on to this, and I'll probably get another bad score because some people will swing the King of Spades at it. Some people will do something else. Yeah, and they have the rest of the tricks, and a spade lead would have worked wonders. 15%. So if you overcall a diamond, it goes 4 clubs past 5 clubs. I didn't really see much benefit in overcalling a diamond here. I didn't know what it was going to achieve. And I really didn't consider that it would get people to play 5 diamonds in that spot. 10 people didn't bid and just led the 4th highest spade. And that lets the jack score. They still got an extra trick out of it. Because the robots never... Oh, they cashed all their clubs and then played a heart to the king. So leading a low spade, even though the jack scores, that cost a trick. Well, it doesn't really cost a trick. Like, you only get your ace, but it feels like it costs a trick. They then still only make 11 tricks. So I thought that one, again, was pretty normal. Most people there were overcalling diamonds. Overcalling a diamond doesn't take away any space. The main benefit for doing it is partner will maybe be able to compete a little bit easier in diamonds. But my hope on that hand was to just like make a takeout double of hearts and clubs. Like when a club pass a heart, pass 2 hearts, I'd make a takeout double there. So I didn't feel like overcalling was going to achieve much there. But for some reason, 3 stoppers in diamonds wasn't enough for the robots to work their way to 3 no trumps on that hand. So that one felt really, really punishing. But we're at 26%, but I'm happy with how I'm playing so far. But we will continue on to board number 3. And here we've got a flat 13 count with a 5-card heart suit. So I'll start with 1 heart. And spade, just rebid 1 no trump. Spades might play better. 2 diamonds is a weak hand. Non-forcing. We'll go back to 2 spades here. Okay, so my partner's got 5 diamonds and 4 spades. And 10 points. Wasn't really what I was expecting them to show for that hand. But good news is 3-0 only makes if hearts are 3-3 with the king on side or king doubleton heart. King fourth isn't good enough. At any rate, because we're in this 4-3 fit, I want to set up diamonds before I try and draw trumps. Or at least set up hearts. I think I'm just going to win and take a heart finesse. Okay, so that worked. I could do something like spade to the king, heart finesse, ace of hearts ditching a club. And then lead the jack of diamonds. That's an alternative play. But I was thinking of just leading the jack of diamonds now to compare. Like not to compare, but to like I should compare the two lines. So here, if I cross to the king of spades and play a heart to the jack, ace of hearts, only if hearts are 3-3 can I discard that club. If I lead the jack of diamonds and say lose 2 finesse, if West has the king of diamonds, then I get rid of, well, I have 1 diamond loser. I will probably suffer a diamond ruff, a club, maybe a spade. Probably make 9 tricks. I might lose 2 diamonds, a diamond ruff, a club, and still have to guess the spades, but I'm still making that anyway. If I was in 2 diamonds, which some people may be, then I want, like, they will lose 2 diamonds and a club, probably not much else, so that's 10 tricks for 130, so I really want to make 9. Also looks like I also don't want hearts to be 3-3 with the king on side or king x on side, because anyone that gets to 3 no trumps, I want them to be going down. I think we'll take the diamond finesse now. Okay, so the queen, and they get their club. Okay, so diamonds with queen x, and they get a ruff there. But my diamonds are now up, and I could finesse the heart here, but I don't actually need to. I just need to guess who's got the queen of spades. So there's 6 spades out there. No one took a bid. West led a club and then won the queen of clubs. So West had queen of diamonds, queen of clubs. East probably has the king of clubs, ace of diamonds. So for that, then we have... I really can't see any reason to put in the jack of hearts. My right-hand opponent may have ducked with the king sometimes. Finessing could work if spades are breaking really badly, but I don't think they are. So we won't finesse. So the next question is, who do I want to play for the queen of spades? West led away from the queen of clubs. They probably have scattered values everywhere. BBO robots really like passive leads, but the club lead was kind of marked on this one. My left-hand opponent wouldn't have led a spade away from the queen. They may have done that if they had just low spades, so maybe I should play spade to the king, finesse a spade. Spade to the king, finesse a spade. I don't like, if righty wins, I can't get a trump promo. If I go ace of spades, jack of spades through, also they can't get a trump promotion. I'll go with my initial thing of play lefty for it. They might have led away from the queen, just little spades. Okay, so they had queen third, so we've got our 9 tricks, so I think that should be a fair result. Okay, hearts were 3-3. 60%. Some people manage 10 tricks. We can make 11 tricks on the hand, I guess. So they won, played a spade to the jack, ace of spades, spade, heart up, diamond. Okay, so at this stage, the opponent's going to just take the ace of diamonds and a club. If spades didn't break, that line is super dangerous. So I really like trying to work on my side suit there. But 60%, we're finally climbing back up and up to 38%. Moving on to board number 4. And here we've got a 17 count with a 5-card suit. This is too good for 1 no trump, so I'll open a heart, rebid 2 no trump, or 3 no trump, or 4 hearts. I don't really want to offer 3 no here when we've got a heart fit and I've got a small doubleton spade. 3 no might be the right spot, but partner I feel will pass in the wrong things. Here I've got good hearts, so partner's probably got bad hearts and they won't know which suit I'm worried about. So we have no club losers, we have 2 spade losers, and 2 diamond losers, hopefully no heart losers. I can lead the 10 of diamonds. I can play my right hand opponent for the 9 of diamonds, basically, like on a 9/3 diamond. Or I can see if I can do something in spades. At any rate, I want to save entries to the north hand. We'll start by drawing some trumps. Okay, as a side point, 3 no looks like a better contract on this one. So offering 3 no would have worked, assuming we don't have 5 spade losers. And we get a club discard there. Alright, so I want to just see if maybe the ace king of spades is on side. Maybe the opponents open up diamonds. Few different options like that. Okay, so I need to save my entries, use my entries, so we'll lead the 10 of diamonds there to the king and fire back another spade. Okay. Diamond up. I can hope that East had king queen of diamonds or king 9. They should cover the 10 anyway. So let's king 9/3 more likely, so we'll stick in the 8, and that failed. That was offside. I could... No, yeah. So it looks like I was always down here, but 3 no was cold, so that was the right choice. Well, 3 no offering was the better choice. Okay, so 10 people made 4 hearts. They did 3 clubs, and then they just get a diamond lead. Some people got to 3 no. They opened 1 no, and then their partner invites them with a 4 3 3 8 count. They get to 3 no. So other people opening it made 10 tricks. So my opening bid and just bidding game got a different lead. Doesn't look like many people opened 1 heart and then offered 3 no. I obviously haven't clicked through, looked at all the different bidding options, but I guess that was the best we could have done. But 11% there, and I don't feel like I did too much wrong there. I could, for me, the main choice there was, do I offer 3 no? And it looks like with good hearts and a small doubleton spade, if my partner doesn't have a spade stopper, but maybe the opponents would have just gone in and bid spades more so, but to me that looks like playing in a suit contract was reasonable, but maybe I should have still offered 3 no trumps. I felt like it was still too good for 1 no trump. There is no way I would have invited with my partner's hand, and you've just got 9 tricks on hearts 3-2. So I feel justified in that sense, but then the robots did invite, which I think is just a terrible choice with a bad 8 count. But yeah, anyway, 11% down to 31. So anyway, back to my story. So I had the call from the accountant, and at this stage, I was looking after my son. He'd just woken up from a sleep. He's crying, needed a change. I'm like, why is this happening today? So then I was talking to them, and they were suggesting ways that the ATO I was talking to, they were suggesting ways that I could pay them. And at this stage, they mentioned if you want to do it confidentially, cash is one of the best ways. And at this moment, something clicked, and I'm like, that is not the ATO. There is no way they would be suggesting cash for over 10 grand payment. So I called back my accountant. I put them on hold and called back my accountant. They're like, no, we haven't received any call from the ATO. And yeah, I was being scammed, and it was super genuine. Everything seemed really on point. The phone call I received from my accountant was the real phone number from my accountant, which I'd confirmed their details. Just, you know how you confirm details for everything? Here I'd given them the details of that, but somehow they'd managed to get my, obviously they just researched my accountant's number, but then the phone call I received from them genuinely had my accountant's number on it, which is scary that they could actually do that. And yeah, I was gobsmacked that that's what was happening. Jack of Spades scoring was cool. So I can play a club to the ace and finesse a heart, or I could just lead a low heart to the jack. I want to be able to discard 3 diamonds probably, but I think club to the ace and jack of hearts is probably the best bet. Also, if I lose to my right-hand opponent, they're more likely to continue spades. But I was just shocked at how good the scam was until they suggested just paying by cash. But the way they actually ended the phone call was okay, we're going to send the federal police. I was like... No, I caught them scamming me, and then, I didn't accuse them of scamming. I just said I just called my accountant. They haven't received a phone call from you. And that's when, so... I wasn't really that close to being arrested, but by God was that scary, and that scam was really, really detailed. Anyway, 80%, that's a remarkably generous score for just, first of all, putting in the jack of spades, which there was no cost to, checking if they'd led away from the king-queen, and then the other option is just finessing a heart. Leading a low heart to the jack, firstly, if this person won, they're more likely just to cash the ace of diamonds. I wanted this person to get in to... not cash the ace of diamonds. So, scary day for me, and yeah, I was really surprised at how serious and genuine it really seemed from that point. Everything was on they read an affidavit and told me what I was accused of, and were really specific in general things, and it just seemed so genuine for a while until they did something that seemed so out of the blue ridiculous. But they had me hooked in for a while. Double. My partner couldn't bid over 2 clubs. I don't think this is really going anywhere. Yeah, so partner's got the garbage hand I was expecting. This is the type of hand people can really fall in love with their hand and just go I have 19 points, I'm going to do bidding. But I doubled, my partner didn't volunteer a bid. I doubled again, my partner volunteered the lowest option they could really do. And it looks like 2 diamonds is almost the limit of this hand. I want to trump, say, 2 rounds of spades and take some heart finesses, or I want to... rough 3 clubs and still take heart finesses, but it looks like the best thing to do is just sort of duck a spade when I get in. So my left hand opponent opened a club, my right hand opponent raised 2 clubs there. Missing king jack 9-8. The 8th switch kind of looks like the king jack offside, but I really don't think hearts are breaking particularly badly, so we'll just double finesse here. Okay, the 10. So it looks like maybe jack 9-8 or Jack 8. Anyway, low diamond, also missing the 9-8 there. We'll just duck a spade at this stage. Okay, I still haven't seen the Jack, so they might play the 8 from Jack 9, 8, 7, in which case they can get a ruff, but if I draw trumps, I can't ruff all those spades, so we'll continue with our plan of just ducking spades. Okay, and so at this stage there is still a trump out. I want to trump a spade, ruff a club. Oh no, I messed up. If hearts, I should have crossed to the ace of hearts then, because now when I play a spade, if my right hand opponent can ditch the heart, that's bad. So I really should just cross to the ace of hearts then and there. Looks like hearts are 4-2 anyway, because my right hand opponent would have ditched a heart there. So I'll ruff this and get the final one. So down 1. Not sure if I could have made it, but I could have played it better. On this deal, you can make 2 diamonds. Like, by not sure I could have made it, like I think I can play for King X of hearts offside, but like ace of hearts low heart, and the king appears. But other than that, I'm not sure if I can. So, how did people make this one? Ace of clubs, heart shift. They flew ace, diamond up, and okay, and they cashed the king of hearts there. All right, so I think not playing for King X of hearts is sensible. So for me, just finessing seemed a good choice there, but got it wrong, but with the majority there. But 59%, very happy with that. Back up to 44, moving on to board number 7. And we have a 3-6, 1-3, 10 count. I'm vol, I could consider 2 hearts. The suit quality is not great. I'm just going to open it 1 heart. It's like that borderline sort of thing. And I really want Funbridge to tell me to worry about my bidding. And my partner's interested in slam. I want to tell them go away. So 4 hearts is just the sign-off bid there. Okay, and we get a spade lead. I have 2 clubs, a diamond, maybe a heart to lose. To me, it looks like just win and pull a diamond up. Well, I could draw trumps first, but I'll see what happens in diamonds. Okay, so I've only got 1 discard there, unless it's like Jack 10 third. Okay. I didn't suffer any ruff, which would have been quite punishing for not drawing trumps then and there. Okay, hearts are 2-2. We got the rest of the tricks here. 4 hearts plus 1. This one hopefully is pretty flat. 57%. Quite happy with that. Some people only managed 10 tricks. Some didn't get there. 2 comments on this deal. We'll have a quick look. I chose not to open either. I hate passing on hands like this though. No partner should definitely. Do you open this hand 1 heart, weak 2, or not at all? I chose not to open due to the versatility of the hand, which turned out okay. However, after partner's 1-no trump opening, transfer to hearts, and an optimistic splinter in diamonds by me, partner responds positively by sharing his spade control with 5 high card points wasted in diamonds. Lucky trump break saved the day. Do you think partner should have bypassed 4 hearts after the splinter? I would say most definitely not. Like, you're a past hand that splintered in diamonds and they got king queen of diamonds. That seems like a horrendous choice if they did that. But like these sorts of middle ground hands, I tend just to open them. I find opening usually works pretty well, and I like bidding up more. Obviously, the aggressive style works better at imps than match points, but even still, I I opened worse hands than that. The vulnerability did have me a bit worried about it, but 2 hearts seemed not great on that sort of hand. But we're up to 46%. Moving on to board number 8. That's a hand. 1, 3, 1, 8, 13 count. Yeah, diamond passes spade. So for me to make slam, I'd want my partner to have like ace, king of hearts and the king of clubs. Or like something along those lines. That seems rather far-fetched, and I don't think I'd be able to find out that information either. So here I'm just going to put on as much pressure as possible and bid 5 clubs. If I like my other choices are like doubling and bidding clubs, overcalling 2 clubs, and I really don't know what either of those would achieve. So just get in there and try and bid as much as possible, as quickly as possible. Didn't get doubled. Firstly, I might make this with singleton king of clubs on side, singleton king of clubs offside if I choose to play for that, or if I go for clubs 2-2 with the king on side, which is the most likely way I can actually make this. But here it looks like I want to get to dummy to pull a club. My partner's got 5 high card points opposite my 13, so they 22 missing. It looks like 12 and 10, 14, 8, something like that. Anyway, we'll stick in spade to the jack, and we'll play a heart over. Okay, so that worked. So, we'll need a club up. For me to try and decide to play for a singleton king offside, I'd need West to be like a 5-4, 3-1 sort of shape, which seems pretty far-fetched. My right-hand opponent probably has queen jack of spades and diamond honor, because otherwise West has ace king queen of diamonds. So let's say queen jack of spades, the king of diamonds is 6. Can they have the king of clubs and be a balanced hand? So if that's the case, then they've got so I'm giving them 2 spade honors because it went low spade to the jack and West didn't lead one of the king or queen. I'm giving them a diamond honor because otherwise West would lead a diamond from ace king queen most likely. So it looks like East has queen jack of spades, king of diamonds is 6. If I've got the king of clubs as well for 9, that would give West 2 clubs, and they might be like 12 to 14 balance, but that's ace of hearts, ace queen of diamonds, and the king of spades. So it is possible to not play for the singleton king, so I will finesse, but I'm not optimistic about this. The other genuine choice I could have is maybe other people would choose a different option and get doubled in 5 clubs. And if hearts are 4-2, then if I finesse here, it might go ace of hearts, heart rough, which seems terrible, and going 2 down is a bad choice. But I'm going to finesse and take my chance to make. So we'll false card with queen of hearts because they know about that. And they get their heart rough. And we'll rough that high. Show me that singleton king. No. Okay, they were 2-2 with the king offside. But down another one. So I had to just lay down ace of clubs club or play club to the ace club. 33%. People bought that in 4 clubs. Yeah, so there were some people getting doubled in 5 clubs. They've been 2 clubs, 3 clubs, 4 clubs. So East did have the King of Diamonds. East had Queen Jack of Spades. That King of Spades could have been switched over there. That was a possibility. So finessing seemed reasonable. With so many people stopping in 4 clubs, I was going to get I could have got up to 58% because some people are going off in 4 clubs. It seemed like if I bid 2 clubs, 3 clubs, 4 clubs like this, there is no way I would cross over to take the club finesse or take the club finesse like this. Because first of all, I do not want the King of Clubs to be onside. I think it's entirely reasonable to think people might get to 5 clubs on this hand. And about a bit over a third of the people did. Anyway, 33% there. I could have gone up with 58, but I did talk myself into a layout where it was making. But maybe I shouldn't have. Maybe I should just lay down Ace of Clubs, Queen of Clubs. I should have at least done my thought process before crossing to a heart. But yeah. Oh well, that was this week's Fun Bridge tournament with a bit of story time as well. Finished with 44%. I don't think I played that poorly. Just 4 hearts here, making 10 tricks where I just led a spade and the robots picked the hand correctly. That was a punishing start. Board 2, getting to 3 no trumps. I didn't overcall a diamond, which for some reason the opponents don't know how to still get to 3 no trumps after you overcall a diamond. But 3 no trumps is a fantastic spot. You have to lead the King of Spades to legitimately hold it to 11 tricks. But a low diamond seemed fair, and that failed miserably. So I scored 15% there. Board 4, 4 hearts making 9. So this one, I didn't open a no trump. So this board is probably the board where I think I've got, as well as the last one, the main choice of maybe not getting a bad score. So here I could have bid 3 no trumps. I think opening 1 heart's probably right. When partner raised, I could have considered 3 no trumps, and I did briefly, but I thought maybe 4 hearts would be better placed with good hearts and a doubleton spade. Usually with a 5-3-3-2 shape, I do offer 3 no trumps, and maybe I should still do it on this hand. So maybe I should have given that some genuine consideration, because 3 no is cold, 4 hearts is down because the 9 of diamonds is in the wrong hand. That being said, if the 9 of diamonds is in the right hand, then 4 hearts still makes 10 tricks, and 3 no probably only makes 9, with the opponents getting 4 spade tricks, for instance. And then we went alright for a bit, and then finally board 8. The allure of trying to make the contract pushed me into crossing and taking the club finesse. But I should have given genuine consideration to just playing Ace of Clubs, Queen of Clubs. But with the amount of people that are in 4 clubs, I really didn't expect that many people to buy it in 4 clubs. The opponents have a double fit with 22 something points. To me, it seemed like 5 clubs was a fair shot. But when I thought about the hands, I did think it was most likely West had the King of Clubs. So crossing to take the club finesse and then go to 2 down was costly. And cost me 25% not doing that. But yeah, between board 4 and 8, they were quite interesting ones. Anyway, thanks all for watching, and a big shout out to my patrons. Without them, I wouldn't be able to do this content. I am away for the next 3 weeks, so I'll be over at the World Championship, captaining the Australian mixed team. So I'll be posting some updates with that, so I hope you enjoy that. Thanks all for watching. Please check out my Patreon if you want to support me and fend off the ATO. Not that it was really them, but keep an eye out for those scams. That was a quite scary one with how detailed it was until they just said, oh yeah, let's pay cash. Thanks all for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.